Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Budgeting Biologist. My name is Brittany. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. Today I'm gonna be working on my budget, a zero-based budget for February. If you're interested in that type of content, please consider giving this video a like, commenting, and of course subscribing to the channel. Your girl would appreciate it. Now let's hop straight into this video. Hi, I hope you and your loved ones are doing well and staying safe no matter whenever or wherever you are watching this video. So almost the start of a brand new month, and we're gonna be working on our budget. So if you're new to the channel, again, my name is Brittany. I am a zero-based budgeter, which means every dollar in my budget has a place. And on YouTube, I'm documenting my financial journey. So if you want to budget with me, grab your iPad, your notebook. You definitely don't need an iPad, your notebook, your computer, whatever it is you use to budget, and let's go ahead and get ready for February together. So like I said, I'm a zero-based budgeter. So I always like to start off with my income when I'm thinking about getting my budget ready for a new month. So I have two jobs. I have my primary job. I'm a program director, and I get paid semi-monthly at that job. And then I'm also an adjunct professor at a local community college. I just teach one credit every semester, a little discussion course. And then at that job, I get paid bi-weekly. So in the month of February, I will be getting a total of 4 paychecks. My main job, I should be getting paid $2,474. And then at my side teaching job, I should get about $160 per paycheck. And if we total that up, we are working with a total of $5,268 that we have to budget for February. So let's move on to savings and investing. I like to kind of use the method of paying myself first and then trying to live off pretty much everything else that I have left over. So there are going to be some changes in this category if you compare it to the last couple budgeting videos I've had. I'm going to be putting a lot more money towards investing. So I think the last time I filmed or came on this channel, I had mentioned that I was going to go see a financial advisor because one of my financial goals for this year was possibly maxing out a 401k and increasing my investing. Well, I did go ahead and meet with that financial advisor. She was super sweet and gave me some really good advice. Her kind of rationale is, of course, maxing out a 401k is a wise decision if you can withstand having that much money taken out of your paycheck and that money is no longer liquid, it's no longer easily available. So what she suggested is that instead of fully maxing out a 401k, she suggested that I continue to max out a Roth IRA, which I'm gonna do, of course, for this year. She suggested that I increase my 401k contributions throughout the year. And I decided to be a little bit aggressive about that. So while I haven't changed my 401 contributions for February, I did for March. I already have it set up with my retirement brokerage company. So you'll be seeing changes on my channel for my income in March as I gear up to increase more and more and more every month to my 401k. And the reason that she suggested doing it that way is because I can get used to having smaller and smaller amounts of money in my paycheck over a greater period of time and not kind of have that initial shock of oh my God, I don't have as much money. So that is my plan this year. So I will be contributing more to my 401k. I'm just gonna do it over a more gradual process. So let's go ahead and get into this actual savings and investing. So for my personal savings, I will be putting $1,000 towards my personal savings account. My personal savings account houses my 3 to 6 month expenses, my emergency fund, and just general savings. And me and my partner, we've been having a lot more discussion about, our future, essentially, getting married, having babies. So I do think it's a good idea to have more of my money liquid as I'm gearing up for changes that are going to go on in my personal life. So $1,000 there. Of course, I will be maxing out my Roth IRA this year. You can put $7,000 towards it. So that works out to about $583 per month. I will be putting $400 towards general investing. Last month I put $200. This month I'm aiming for $400. And this is the money that I put towards either like ETFs, mutual funds, T-bills, any sort of like short-term investment is what this money goes towards. And then I'm gonna be putting $100 towards car insurance. And I have only one sinking fund. This is my car insurance, where basically I save up for the next 6 months. And my premium is due at the end of February. And it's actually lower than what I expected. I know I said in one of my previous videos that I was expecting it to go up, but for some reason, mine went down by almost $100. So I should be good with the amount of money that I have saved up for my next 6 month premium. And I'm gonna adjust this amount going forward in March to reflect the new 6 month premium. Okay, so when I add all of that up, it's gonna give us a total of $2,083 that we are putting towards savings and investing. So if we take what we are budgeted to get paid, which again is $5,268, subtract $2,083, that leaves us with a balance of $3,185 that we can put towards all our other expenses. So now let's go ahead and move on to the fixed expenses, which y'all know the drill. These generally don't change month to month. And anything that I have highlighted here in red, this is an expense that I do share with my partner. So for my portion of the mortgage, I'm going to be budgeting $1,529. We'll be putting $50 towards water. And we did get our water bill. Our water bill is billed quarterly, and we are putting way too much money away for water. I think for 3 months, the bill in total was like $90, and we put $50 each month aside, so a total of $100. So we are way over budgeting for water, but I think we're just gonna leave it that way so that money can continue to build up in that joint account. I do pay our Netflix, which I'm gonna budget $17 for. Electric, we are going to be budgeting $100. Internet, we're gonna be budgeting $60. My cell phone bill, I'm gonna do $38. And for Apple, which is my Apple Music and my iCloud storage, I'm gonna be budgeting $12. So when we add all this up, that gives us a grand total of $1,806 that we're putting towards our fixed expenses. And then if we subtract that from what we have left over after savings and investing, gives us a grand total of $1,379 that we can put towards our discretionary expenses. So discretionary or variable expenses, some people like to interuse those terms. These are expenses that can change month to month to month. I have all of mine listed here. Now, the one thing you're not gonna see, except for car insurance in my budget, is sinking funds. I have found it's a lot easier for me to just put the money to where I'm actually gonna need it that month, rather than kind of having an individual sinking fund. It just works out better for me. It's a lot easier for me to keep track of. So that's why I don't have sinking funds. So I'm gonna go ahead and budget for my discretionary expenses. So for groceries, we always set aside $240, but I think we may have to reevaluate how much money we're putting towards groceries, because in the month of January, you'll see it in my closeout video, we did go over for the first time in groceries. Now, given January was, you know, an unusual month because it snowed here in the DC area a lot, so we weren't eating out. We were exclusively eating at home, and we had 3 birthdays in January. My mom's birthday, my partner's birthday, and my birthday were all in January. So, you know, we got groceries for all of those events. So January was a bit unusual and why we spent more groceries, but we'll see how February goes and then reevaluate at the end of the month. Gas, we're still gonna do our regular 120 for the month. Beauty is going to get 40. Shopping will get 100, and shopping is basically everything that doesn't fit in any of these other categories. Personal care items, you know, getting a snack while I'm out, grabbing a Diet Coke out of the vending machine, all come out of shopping. Fun is going to get $200. I do have a couple of events in February. I know one of my friends is probably gonna have a Super Bowl party, even though I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't really care about the Super Bowl, but we go to a party pretty much every year for it. So I am planning for that. And then I do have a few other events for fun and entertainment in February. Giving, I have increased to $30. Previously, I did 10, but I decided to increase it to 30. So I don't know, y'all. Me and my partner have kind of been on this self-reflection journey over the last week, where we both have been really reevaluating the priorities in our lives. And one of the things I said at the beginning of the year is I wanted to give more. Like, I volunteer, you know, my time at places, but monetarily I want to give more. So $20 increase doesn't seem like much, but we're gonna work on getting this up to at least, I will hope, like $100 a month by the end of the year. I'm gonna be working on giving much more as we move throughout the year. Eating out is gonna get 70. Holidays is going to get 50. So this should be for Valentine's Day. Like, right now we don't have anything planned, and we probably will not be getting each other gifts. We haven't really talked about it, but if anything, we do anything related to Valentine's Day, it will come out of my holiday category. Car is going to be getting $50 in the event that I need an oil change. I think I may finally need one this month. And then clothes, I'm gonna give $80. House, I'm going to do 100. And then health, I'm going to do 75. I do have one copay that I need to pay. And then I also need to get a couple of prescriptions refilled in February. Pet, which is for anything, you know, extra I get, my dog Titan, comes out of pet. And then Nutrafol, which are the hair vitamins I take, I'm gonna be budgeting $79 for that. And then the last category I have here is buffer. My buffer has been depleted over the last few months. I've had several unexpected expenses. So I'm gonna be putting $130 towards my buffer. And if I add all this up, it adds up to $1,379. So if we do 1,379 minus 1,379, that leaves us with a balance of 0. So now all we need to do is just do our recap and put everything together and check that we do have a nice, clean, zero-based budget. So again, for our income, I am expecting $5,268 for my income this month. For savings and investing, we are expecting to put away $2,083 for saving and investing. And then in total for my expenses, if I add up 1,379 plus 1,806, gets us a total of $3,185 that we are putting towards all our expenses. So now let's just do the math and see if we have a zero-based budget. So math checks out. We have a net total of 0, completing our zero-based budget. Okay, y'all, so that's gonna go ahead and end this video. If you did enjoy, please consider giving a like, comment, and subscribing. Let me know, what are your plans for February? Are you planning on celebrating Valentine's Day? If you do, I hope you have an absolutely amazing one. And let me know, how have other things been going? I would love to know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.